Thank you so much for allowing me to do this interview with you, Dr. Davies. Your continued fight for diversity and equity in education will be interesting to the Trends in Higher Education magazine readers. Haverford College is at the forefront of higher education leadership, and I'm certain you have played a big role in that.
Of course. I know it was a long commute from Florida to my office here in Philadelphia, so I thank you for coming.
It was my pleasure. However, I should leave now if I want to escape the storm.
Yes, of course. You wouldn't want to get caught in the storm. I feel as though over time storms have become more frequent. I remember the showers from the summer of 2017. I thought they were abundant then. However, now that we are progressing into the year 2027, I feel as though we might drown. Perhaps the 2017 warnings of global warming really were accurate.
I do believe.
This is a weather alert. Several 3 hurricanes are now in the area.
Wasn't the TV off?
Strange.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would think it best for me to stay here until the storm passes through.
Please, feel free to stay as long as you like. Tea?
Yes, please. That's strange. Well, isn't that comical and could be used as an excellent transition into a story? Sorry, I was thinking about my time at Valencia, one of the schools I went to while earning my degree.
Seeing as we might be here a while, do tell. Perhaps it is my turn to interview you.
Well, I guess I should. The year was 2017. When I was in my second year of high school, I decided to dual enroll at Valencia, which means that I was earning my A degree while I was still a sophomore. While at Valencia, I learned a lot about myself. I did so by using the many resources they had to offer. My personal favorite was the Career Center, because they helped me decide on an occupation that best suits me. Of course, we came up with my becoming a journalist. It was so great because it related to my goals and interests. I wanted to be a journalist and loved writing and doing research. In fact, by the end of the first summer semester at Valencia, I had already figured out what my personal purpose was: to provide insight on complex problems and help others discover their own opinions. I chose to be a journalist because of how heavily it related to my personal purpose. I got my AA degree in journalism at Valencia by spring of 2019 and acquired my bachelor's at UCF by the year 2021. I then continued my education at the University of California and got my bachelor's. My master's. But yeah, by the end of my education, tuition was $62,342. I covered these costs with federal student loans, a grant, and savings.
Wow, that was strangely optimistic.
That's just how great it was.
How about now? Are you still satisfied with your career choice?
More than ever. I spent 4 years building my career, and I couldn't be happier. I freelanced for many magazines and newspapers, including Trends in Higher Education magazine, the Orlando Sentinel, Time magazine, and many others. But perhaps I'm boring you.
Well, seeing as you've already described your academic pathway in great detail, don't hold back now, keep going.
I will! While at the University of California, I studied abroad in Spain for 2 whole semesters. In Spain, I sold articles to local news and learned how to improve my techniques. Using connections made in Spain, I continued to write articles for magazines. I also got internships at news stations, helping to write scripts and unfortunately doing coffee runs. Previously at the University of Central Florida, I had the opportunity to work with real news stations and help them with broadcasting, which helped me further my own interview skills in developing my career. Once I had these qualifications, I used them to get a job at the news corporation I work with today. And I can assure you, I still love my job and enjoy what I do. I'm glad I figured this all out previously because work is never a burden, and I can make a living doing the things I enjoy.
Interesting. Call me curious and maybe a little nosy, but how exactly did you pick such a well-suited career?
I guess I owe it all to my new student experience teacher, Dr. Butler, who helped me guide through my academic and career pathways.
I see what you did there. So, what do you do as a journalist now?
Well, I'm unsurprisingly writing for a good portion of my work hours. If I'm not writing, I'm conducting research, usually by interviewing people related to the subject or people involved. Of course, these tasks require excellent writing skills and good networking skills. Hours differ on the difficulty of the story. I can be up late writing if I must. The outcome is worth it, though. I also teach a writing workshop to young aspiring authors. I'd like to give back what I can, much in the way Dr. Butler helped me.
Hey, I think the storm is letting up.
Well, then I guess I should take my leave.
It was a pleasure talking with you. Please enjoy a hopefully dry evening.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Also, and sharing my journey through both academics and building a career.